Tell you about now, model and actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with Sean Diddy Combs, has been found dead.
The story being told about how Kim Porter actually passed away has now taken a very disturbing turn. Kim's closest friend, Kimora Lee, suggests that the investigation into her BFF's unsolved death must be reopened. So what Kimora Lee said about the whole messy situation, and what exactly do Kim's friends and family want to do? And why the primary suspect in the unsolved case of Kim's death, yes, you got it, Diddy. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Since Kim Porter's passing, more than 4 years have passed. However, her loved ones haven't gotten over the shock of this tragedy. They want Kim's case to be reopened, so it's clear they're interested in getting to the bottom of what happened. And as a model, Kimora Lee Simmons has made it clear that she cannot return to her life with the truth concealed. That suggests that she is privy to some dubious information about Kim's alleged murder. The death of Kim Porter sent shockwaves through the entertainment business. Her loved ones and supporters were left in disbelief, wondering how a young, healthy woman could die because of pneumonia. One fan expressed grief, writing, "Never met her a day in my life, but always thought she was so beautiful and a good mom. I cried for her kids hearing of her death. The truth always comes to light." Kim's best friend, Kimora Lee, was among the many people who were deeply impacted by Porter's passing. Kimora Lee rushed to Kim's house as soon as she heard the news, and the photos are proof that she was utterly devastated. The sight of her friend's lifeless body was so upsetting for her that she couldn't stop wondering what could have possibly happened to Kim, because there were literally no scenes of her being sick. As she said, "This is unbelievable. When I first heard the news, I was angry that someone could play such a stupid joke. They said you were in your room sleeping. Aoki and I rushed to your house to tell you to get up and get outside. But as soon as I arrived, I realized you would not come." But due to some recent revelations, it seems that Kim's death because of pneumonia is some baloney. Well, the fact that the deputy coroner, Ed Winter, who was in charge of the investigation, passed away literally only a few weeks ago, is the first thing that's making people suspicious about the case. This is the same coroner who discovered a potentially dangerous poison when he was investigating the circumstances behind Kim Porter's death.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died.
The coroner at the time stated that the circumstances surrounding Kim's death required further investigation, but he was later replaced by another coroner. And it took that new coroner a huge amount of time to determine that the cause of Kim's death was pneumonia. This is where the story gets shady, because the new coroner never spoke about the toxins found in Kim's body. Was he hired by someone? In any case, it has come to light that based on what Kim's friend Kimora and family members have been pouring, that in the days immediately prior to her death, Kim was attempting to get in touch with her primary doctor because she was under the impression that something was amiss, but due to some reasons couldn't make it to the doctor. Apparently, she considered it odd that the doctor didn't get back to her because she had never had any trouble contacting the doctor in the past. Then, according to reports, Kim informed Diddy that she was unable to contact her doctor, and he directed her to a new medical professional. Well, how can things go well when Diddy is included? According to the accounts of friends and family members, there's one more peculiar occurrence that occurred around that time. Diddy reportedly stated that Kim sent the twins to him so that he could give a flu vaccination to them because she was concerned that they would contract the illness. He said 3 days before she passed, she wasn't feeling well. She had the flu and she sent the kids over to my house so they wouldn't get sick. One night I was checking on her and she was like, "Puffy, take care of my babies." She actually said that to me before she died. However, according to credible sources, the twins said that they had already planned to visit their father and that it was merely a coincidence that their mother was feeling ill at the time. So Diddy was lying when he said that Kim sent the children without any prior planning. Once more, this is really intriguing, and people are filled with anger. One wrote, "I can only imagine how the kids will feel once they find out that their dad might be behind their mother's death. God bless them." Let me tell you something that's even crazier. According to Kim's unnamed friends and Kimora, the night before Kim's death, she texted them, "He caught me." She also implied in the text that she had been poisoned, which, if I'm not mistaken, is not an uncommon occurrence in Hollywood.
They have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
Also, her phone was taken away by Diddy's security team when Diddy and his bodyguards showed up at Kim Porter's residence. Kimora approached Diddy and asked him why he was so interested in her phone. Kimora also mentioned that there was some uncertainty among them over the method by which Kim had passed away due to the fact that specific details did not add up. Allegedly, Kim was not discovered unconscious in her bed. Instead, she was found on the floor of her bathroom. And if they did find her in bed, it was because she's been placed there on purpose. Considering that Kimora is one of Kim's closest friends, it's a safe bet to assume that she had some inquiries. And it's not out of the question to re-examine the case and file a wrongful death action against Diddy, given his track records with females. This is the same man who cheated on Kim by having an affair with another woman while she was carrying their child. As if that wasn't bad enough, he also verbally, emotionally, and physically messed Kim up. The charges were proven true when Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal stated that not only had Diddy damaged Kim's nose, which was later covered up with plastic surgery. Do you remember another one of Diddy's exes? Gina? Gina also disclosed how poorly she was treated by them while they were together in a relationship.
He was abusive. He was always belittling me and always
Gina even detailed how Diddy ripped off one of her heels and tried to toss it at her before slamming his hand on her face, bleeding her nose. She also had to terminate more than one pregnancy in addition to suffering mental, physical, and emotional abuse.
He offered me $50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because
Therefore, it is not unreasonable for Kim's friend Kimora to demand that the investigation be reopened so that further inquiries can be conducted. There's actually a source that has divulged the information that Kim's relatives and friends have already began seeking legal assistance and are working towards filing a lawsuit against Diddy for wrongful death in response to Kim's death. According to a source, the family is believed to have tangible proof to back their case, and they've been undeniably shaken by Kim's death because they believe that she did not die of natural causes. The source also said the family is supposed to have evidence to support their case. Apparently, all of these newly discovered facts about Kim are also intended to be disclosed in a book that her family and friends are attempting to publish. But Diddy has refused to permit them to publish the book. One of the individuals who has been contributing to the book has even indicated that they want to let you know that Sean has prevented Kim Porter's book from making it to the shelves. Let me tell you one more thing here. Kim Porter was writing a book with Al B. Shore, Andre Harrell, and Heavy D. And they wanted to tell people out there something really mysterious and hidden. And they also had something in common about their lives. Let's listen to Jaguar to get a clear idea.
You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books.
Apparently, Kim Porter used to work for Andre Harrell before she met Diddy and became his personal assistant. When Kim Porter passed away, Andre was helping her with writing a tell-all book, so her death came as a shock. And Andre was also asking questions and urging her to reopen the case because Diddy really has something to do with Kim's death.
Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him?
Diddy did not want that book to be published because it seems to go into depth about how Kim would do insane stuff for him and how she prevented Al B. Shore for coming into contact with Diddy and warning him not to visit specific locations. Details of how Diddy wired her house and tapped her phone lines, hired personnel to keep a close eye on her, and tried to gain sole custody of their twins, despite Kim's threats to expose him if he did so, are all said to be included in the book. And in a recent viral video, Al B. Shore can be seen still mourning his ex's death. Al said in an Instagram post that Porter was murdered and that he does not think she died of natural causes. The morning of the Soul Train BET pre-production around the world, I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady KP, aka Kim Porter's murder, and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell Martin and Tashina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay and did I hear the news. Every clue makes Diddy guilty and also makes us think that Kimora's demand of reopening her BFF's death must be fulfilled because there is definitely something there. All we can do is hope that the truth comes out.